McClure, continuing on, I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the safeguards. Our state has looked at what Florida does. The 7 o'clock cutoff is important. How much work do states like Florida, states like Arizona, and others that are looking at these reforms have to do? Because one thing that concerns me, being now in this industry, I started in January with this office. It's had a ton of problems in the past, and I'm going through this. There's an organization, the Election Center has a certification, national certification they call CERA, C-E-R-A, for election officials. So I'm on these classes, I'm doing all this stuff. There is a distinctive attitude from Democrat states that, hey, elections does everything right. We don't need to change. The problem is the public and their perception.
Right.
I think that is just totally wrong. It's been making me absolutely go batty. Florida took the exact opposite approach, didn't they? I mean, really, a lot of these reforms come down to saying we're going to address the concerns that are out there, regardless if they are really a problem or not, because they're a problem because people think they are.
Absolutely. And so what this was obviously didn't happen overnight. Now, we had a whole hat full of troubles in 2000, so it wasn't going to be addressed overnight. But still, every year, the legislature looks at what can be done better, what's not working, what is working. I mean, technology changes, demographics change, a lot of things change in this world, right? And so what we have found is that when you fix the process, which we have fixed in Florida, you don't hear from the left or the right arguing about votes being counted or not being counted. Generally, you'll have some on the edges feeling like they were disenfranchised, and maybe some of the hysterical media will say, oh, these voter machines were closed down in Broward County for 4 hours or whatever. But generally, you don't hear people talk about the process. And what we find, obviously, the James Madison Institute comes from a position of free markets, limited government, personal responsibility, and the protection of private property. But we are nonpartisan, and that is to say that this is not a Republican or Democratic issue. This is a voter issue. And when the process works, as it has worked in Florida for a decade now, the left, the hard left, which I distinguish from kind of traditional honest liberals in the Democratic Party, the hard left cannot argue process, which is what they always want to do, to your point. They always want to muddle the process, and they have to argue policy. And at least in Florida, when they're left to argue policy, they lose.
Yeah, Republicans win that fight 99 times out of 100. Dr. Bob McClure, thank you so much. Folks, stay in touch with their work at jamesmadison.org. Breaking Battlegrounds back with more in just a moment.
Remember college? Well, now, college is over, and here comes your student loan debt. Is your private student loan debt keeping you up at night? You really need to talk to YRefi. YRefi refinances distressed or defaulted private student loans that others won't touch. They can save you thousands of dollars and get you a custom payment that you can afford. And they don't care what your credit score is. Don't let private student loan debt ruin your life. Call YRefi today.